Welcome everybody, I'm Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Bit of housekeeping first, just to let you know I'm changing the format for the monthly horoscopes. I'm going to do this overview video first, and then I'll be doing all of the star signs as separate videos. Yay! It's just I didn't have time before to do it, so I do have time now, so I will have them as separate videos. So we're looking at February 2024. So I like to have a little vision first before I draw a card, and then we look at the astrology. So I'll close my eyes now. What I see is the moon in front of the sun. Now that's interesting because there are no eclipses in February, and there's no retrogrades either. And so I must take this as purely symbolic because it's not physically manifesting this way. So the moon is moving away from blocking the sun. That says to me that you may have needed to make a decision, but you were in the dark in some way in terms of facts and figures and logic. However, the moon in front of the sun, if we're getting all of the moon's energy, we could be feeling more intuitive and more tuned in spiritually. And of course, we need time out and time alone to reflect on what we're actually feeling and what we're picking up. Because people often get information, but they don't pay attention because they're distracted by the outside world. So in my little vision here, I can see the moon slowly moving away from blocking the sun. Then you're going to get a lot more insight into what's actually going on. So get back here. Now I'm going to draw a card for February for you, and the card that comes out is the Hierophant card. This is really interesting because it is about all of the knowledge that you have. Now, seriously, ask yourself in your heart of hearts, are you actually sharing your knowledge, or are you sitting on your knowledge? You may have all of this information deep down inside, but you haven't done anything with it. This major arcana card can be life-changing. It could offer you an amazing opportunity to get your message out into the world and to say what really needs to be said from your point of view. If there's a lot of knowledge there, it's a shame to sort of just sit on it and waste it. The other point here is you'll see she's got a book on her lap, the Book of Life, and there's two keys there. And I think one key is knowledge, but I think the other key is actually wisdom. And it's important to use wisdom to apply knowledge, because if you're just indiscriminately just spouting off facts, that's probably not going to help many people. People make decisions based on emotion rather than on facts quite often, unless you're buying something, and then hopefully then you buy it based on facts, but mostly decisions made from emotions. So you need wisdom to apply to your knowledge so you can get that out into the world and it can be effective. All right, so that's the card for the month. Now I'm just going to put a little video on now, and this will help hopefully, so you're not actually looking at me too much. You won't be able to see me. However, now I'm going to talk about what's actually happening astrologically. So on the 5th of February, or the 6th if you're in Australia and New Zealand, add an extra day to all of these dates if you're in Australia or New Zealand, Mercury enters Aquarius. This brings a brilliant set of ideas or brilliant communications. There could be a lot of talk about technology or science, or even charities, or being a humanitarian. Sometimes the downside of this is there could be a lot of talk about things, but you're not really getting into the emotion of it too much. Aquarians can be a little bit detached, so they're living in their heads sometimes, overthinking things. So it's really important that you do have some time out to reflect on your emotions. But Mercury brings brilliant ideas, also transactions, especially to do with banking or finances, and also tricksters and scams. And so in Aquarius, that's likely to come via a device. So don't click on the wrong links, please. On the 6th, on the 9th or the 10th in Australia and New Zealand, the new moon goes into Aquarius, and so this is bringing a whole lot of new beginnings. Maybe you're thinking about buying a new device. Maybe you're thinking about if there's any way you can afford it, giving to a charity. Of course, you need to look into your charities. Some charities perform better than others in getting the money to the actual people that need the charity. Some charities are spending a lot of money just on their administration costs, for example, and the people don't get much. So you need to do some research there if that's the case. But a new moon is a very positive new beginning for you. Then we have, joining the Aquarian party on the 13th/14th, Mars entering Aquarius, and this is going to bring you a lot of new energy. You could be feeling more vital. You could be feeling active, like you want to get out and do stuff, which is always good. And it's going to really further your creative projects along, or anything to do with Aquarius is going to be really given a good push to start. The thing here though is if there's anything holding it up, Mars can get very impatient, so do watch that. Also, Mars isn't good with knives, so do be careful with knives, particularly if you are an Aquarian. I should note this myself. I'm not an Aquarian, but I don't do well with knives. And so, yes, that's the 13th/14th, okay? When a planet does enter a new sign, it's quite a sensitive time for a day or so, so just be a little bit cautious. Probably not the best time to have an operation or have some plastic surgery. It depends on your individual chart. So I'm just saying this is a general caution, but of course you should speak to a very well trained astrologer. If you are thinking of having an operation, speak to an astrologer who specialises in health, and they are around. Then on the 16th/17th, Venus enters Aquarius, big Aquarian party. This is beautiful. It brings in a free-flowing, polite, loving energy that likes grace and everything, just lovely. And the issue here with Venus is sometimes Venus can compromise herself in trying to fit in with the other person. But Venus in Aquarius usually is quite a positive sort of energy. Venus can encourage you to spend money on beautiful things, and in Aquarius they might be technologically based, so a new computer, a new phone, or something like that. On the 18th/19th, the Sun enters Pisces. Happy birthday, all you early Pisceans. And this is likely to bring insight and awareness, really increasing your intuition, your psychic ability, your appreciation of art and anything creative. So it's all about going with the flow. However, you're getting the insight and awareness of the flow, why you're in the flow, and where you're actually going, which is always good because we don't always know where we're going. On the 19th/20th, the true node is conjunct Chiron, and this is all about you healing yourself by looking at the wounds, the spiritual and emotional wounds within. You may have thought that you healed yourself of something, and yet there could be some little scar, some little tendril that just comes up and you think, aha, I can see I've still got an issue with that. And so your karma, or your destiny if you like, is encouraging you to become more aware of what's happening within your subconscious, and to gently imagine. You could imagine, for example, you're standing under a waterfall and all the crystal clean water is flowing down your body and taking away anything that is wounded or anything that needs healing, and you'll get some sort of awareness in your mind what that is. On the 23rd/24th, Mercury enters Pisces. Mercury travels very fast normally, and this month it's not spending long in each sign. And so in Pisces, you're going to get messages from your subconscious. You're going to be able to pick them up more easily than normal. And these again could be anything to do with your emotions or your spiritual life, or maybe even your creative side or your artistic life. On the 24th/25th, there's a full moon in Virgo, bringing a lot of attention to detail, and this could be a great time to systematically organise your wardrobe, clean up around your home or workplace, work with the earth, or perhaps look at your health. And that's it. That's our overview for February. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this is useful. Leave a like and a comment or share on your socials. I'll be forever grateful. Thank you very much. Do look forward and check in. I'll have those star signs going up soon. Have a wonderful month, everyone. I'll see you again shortly. Bye for now.